The government announced a massive 250 billion ringgit stimulus package, its largest to date, as the country comes to grips with the devastating impact from COVID-19 on both her people and the economy. In an address to the nation, PM Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin says the Prihatin Rakyat economic stimulus package is aimed at easing the burden of Malaysians of all backgrounds. Breaking down the allocation, 128 billion is to protect the welfare and well-being of the people. 100 billion is to support businesses, while 2 billion will be used to strengthen the economy. In the mix is also a 1 billion ringgit allocation for the Ministry of Health to help equip the frontliners fighting the outbreak, which includes more equipment and a special allowance of 400 ringgit. Among the measures for businesses include the government subsidizing 600 ringgit for each worker earning below 4,000 for 3 months, applicable to companies whose income has halved since January. The PM says this measure will benefit some 3.3 million workers. Also included is a program that will allow employers to postpone, restructure or reschedule their mandatory EPF contribution for employees. This will free up 10 billion ringgit in cash flow savings, benefit over 480,000 SMEs and other businesses, and is expected to save over 8 million jobs. Income tax payment for all SMEs will be postponed for 3 months starting April 1st. Finally, Putrajaya will also focus on domestic investment activities that have high multiplier effects and can create jobs. This includes small projects, infrastructure development and rehabilitation of facilities, where the administration has budgeted 3.1 billion ringgit. The government will also carry on with the implementation of mega projects as proposed under Budget 2020, namely the MRT2, the ECRL and the National Fiberization and Connectivity Plan. As part of the massive economic stimulus package, 10 billion ringgit in one-off cash handouts will be set aside for the M40 and B40. Households earning up to 4,000 a month will receive 1,600, while those making above 4,000 to 8,000 will get 1,000 ringgit. Singles aged 21 and above earning up to 2,000 per month will be entitled to 800, while their peers whose paychecks are from over 2,000 to 4,000 will get 500 ringgit each. Students studying at the Institutes of Higher Learning get 200 ringgit. Civil servants of grade 56 and below and pensioners will receive 500 ringgit each. E-hailing workers will get 500 and taxi drivers 600. The cash handouts aside, the PM also announced 15 to 50% discounts on electricity bills for 6 months from April, as well as free internet data usage for all consumers. Families living in public low-cost housing will see their rent waived during the 6 months, while allocations will be made for vulnerable groups including the disabled, homeless, welfare groups and the Orang Asal community. In line with Bank Negara's decision to grant an automatic moratorium on loan payments for 6 months following the escalation of COVID-19, Malaysian banks are following suit by not compounding interest and profit rates. This is to further alleviate the financial strain on individuals and SMEs. OCBC Bank will not be compounding interest and profit on mortgages and loans for SMEs during the period. RHB Bank will not be compounding interest for its retail and SME customers during the moratorium, providing critical relief during an extremely challenging time, says Group MD Datuk Khairul Saleh Ramli. For CIMB Bank and CIMB Islamic, both are waiving compounded interest and profit on its deferred loan and financing repayments. Public Bank MD Tan Sri Teh Alek says the bank is extremely concerned about COVID-19's impact, and as such, the bank will not be compounding interest on monthly installment payments for loans held by individuals and businesses. AmBank and AmBank Islamic will not be compounding interest or profit on loans and financing during the 6-month pause on loan repayments. Finally, Maybank announced that it would not be compounding interest for all individual, SMEs and non-retail and corporate customer loan facilities. MIDF Research has downgraded AirAsia Group to sell as it views the airline's temporary flight suspension to hit earnings hard for the second quarter. The research house lowered its target price from 63 cent to 54 cent. The counter has dropped more than 30% over the past month. MIDF says as the COVID-19 pandemic is expected to stay serious throughout the first half of FY20, this would impact travel demand domestically during the Hari Raya Aidilfitri holidays in May. This would then offset any impact of the stimulus package for domestic tourism that the government had announced earlier. As such, the research house considers the first half of the year a wash, but says the expectation is for the COVID-19 outbreak to subside in the second half of the year. MIDF is forecasting a net loss of 514.8 million and has downgraded its earnings estimates for FY21 and FY22. The FBM KLCI closed at a 2-week high following the PM's announcement of the stimulus measures and on optimism as the US government came closer to approving a $2 trillion stimulus package. The local benchmark gained 1.1% or 15 points to end the day at 1,343.09 points. Dutch Lady Milk Industries, Panasonic Manufacturing Malaysia and Hong Leong Financial Group led gainers. Market breadth was positive today with 711 advances, 232 losers, while 323 counters were unchanged. Turnover stood at 4.23 billion shares, worth 2.73 billion ringgit.